heart and sir, you told that we should
Yes, sir.
do the diagram of heart and place the names on it with
Okay.
the arrows.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, you showed the white and black picture and you told to write that, and also you told write some of the rare blood groups.
Yeah, I asked you to find out the rare blood groups also. Anybody
sir.
did the homework?
I did it, sir. Bombay blood group I found it.
Sir,
and,
sir, I didn't do.
blood
Sir,
group.
One
I
by one,
didn't
one
do,
by
sir.
one.
Sir, I didn't do.
Okay. Yeah, Ritvik. Ritvik.
I found out only blood groups.
Okay, what is the answer?
The first one is Bombay blood group,
Okay.
and next one is AB negative.
AB negative. Okay.
Type, sir, AB with a, while AB and sir, it will be O plus, sir, means O positive in USA. Sir, means I found in different countries, sir, because in countries the in each country has one negative, one means one rare blood group.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, AB negative, AB positive is also a rare blood group.
Okay.
B negative is most negative.
Generally, negative blood groups are very rare only. Very few people will have the negative blood groups. But out of this also, that Bombay blood group is very rare. Okay. AB negative also is very rare. Okay. All this classic.
Sir, even O negative and O positive.
Sir, Bombay blood group found in Bombay or something?
No,
No.
mostly it is a correct only. It is found in the Bombay region and all. That's why it's kept in the Bombay blood group and all. But I'll check in and tell you. Okay. I'm also not sure exactly.
See, in every place rare, sir. If it in Bombay, it has 10. Even in America, means in US also,
No, it will spread. It will spread it, right? If you take COVID, it started in China, but it has spread all over the world, right?
Yes,
Because persons will travel to different places and all.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So all this classification of the blood group is given by the Carl Leinstner.
Sir, can I tell one thing? And most donated blood is O positive.
Yeah, O positive is a universal donor, right? So it is one of the most donating blood group only, because it can give the blood to any other blood group persons, AB also. Right.
Sir, but AB, sir, but
AB can send us.
Sir, O can donate anything, but while giving O, only A and B can donate O, right?
Yeah. So all this classification are given by the Carl Leinstner only, who has given based upon the antigen and the antibodies present in the blood. Okay, so based upon that, they classified into A blood group, B, and the AB and the O. So what is this blood transfusion? What is the meaning of blood transfusion?
It's blood transfusion means donating blood, sir.
The process of donation of the blood from one person to other person is called as blood transfusion.
Yes, sir.
The process of donation of the blood from one person to another person is called as blood transfusion. Okay.
Sir, AB positive also can give all, no?
AB positive also can give
All, no, sir?
AB positive also can get from all, but it cannot give to all. That's what is given in the tabular column, right? It just take the tabular column once.
Sir, it can receive from all, but
it can receive the blood from the all, but it cannot donate to the all. That's why it is called as an universal acceptor, not the universal donor.
Only the AB blood group can donate only AB blood group. Means both should be same. But O, whereas O can donate any blood group.
O can donate to everyone, but
Yes,
it cannot
sir.
receive from all. It can receive only from the O again. Okay. So this is all about the blood groups. Next one is the heart. The heart is the most important organ in the human body. Without heart, we cannot transfer the oxygen to the different parts of the body for the respiration purpose. Right? So it will contain the 4 chambers, 2 on the upper and the 2 on the below in the heart. The upper one is called as an atrium and the below one is called as an ventricles. right? And it will have the 4 chambers. It will have each one will have the different specifications and all. So left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, and the right ventricle. These are the 4 chambers present in the heart, and each and everything will have the specific function, right? So what is the location of the heart? Generally, it is in the
Slightly left.
slightly tilted towards the left only, but it's exactly
Yes,
between
sir.
the line, just slightly tilted to the left side of the
I
body.
have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, they will say like the right lung is slightly larger than the left lung, because I am thinking that because the heart is there, right? I am thinking like that's why the left lung is little smaller than the right one. Is it correct?
It's not exactly. There is some other purpose is there for that.
Okay, sir.
So next one is the structure of the heart. If you take your fist, left hand fist tightly now, what is the size of that one fist? That is equal to the structure of your heart or the shape of your heart.
Yes, sir.
The size of your heart, actually, not the shape. Sorry.
Yes,
The
sir.
size of your heart. Okay. So always the oxygenated blood will go from lungs to the heart, and that way it will transfer. The heart will pump
Sir,
the blood.
the deoxygenated blood will
Please
go.
wait. So oxygenated blood will travels from lungs to the heart through with the help of pulmonary vein, and again from the heart to the different parts of the body with the help of arteries. Okay, that is a oxygenated blood. Again from the different parts of the body, that is called as capillaries. From the capillaries to the heart, deoxygenated blood will be carried with the help of the veins. Again from the heart to the lungs, it is carried with the help of the pulmonary artery. There is a complete circulation diagram. I ask you to draw that also in the classwork notes. Okay. So again, heart will have the partition that is called as what is the name? Between the 4 chambers of the heart, there is a partition. What is the name of the partition?
So septum.
What is the name? That is called as septum.
Septum.
So which will prevents the mixing of the oxygenated blood with the deoxygenated blood. Okay. So in which of the blood vessels we have the walls, the artery or the veins? In which blood vessels
arteries have the elastic walls, sir.
Valves.
Yes, sir. Walls. Arteries only, sir. Arteries. Yes, sir.
What about the remaining? How many will say arteries? Raise your hands. Whether arteries will contain the valves in between? If yes, raise your hand. Generally, arteries don't have the valves at all because blood will flow at the higher pressure, right? Only veins will contain the valves in between to prevent the flow of blood in the different direction.
High blood pressure, sir.
So arteries don't have any valves because the blood will flow at the higher pressure in the case of arteries. Only in the case of veins, the valves will be there in between the vessels. Okay. So the separation pattern from the left chamber to the right side is called as a septum. So this prevents the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood inside the heart. Mixing of this oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood in the heart. Yeah, Jayit, can you read this paragraph? Left and right side of the heart.
Yes, sir. Left and right side of the heart. The left and right side of the heart act as 2 separate pumps. The left side of the heart pumps oxygenated blood into the whole body, while the right side of the heart pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Oxygenated blood must be kept separated from deoxygenated blood body cells for respiration and release of oxygen. If the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood will mix with each other, the body cells will not be able for respiration due to less energy will be released.
Okay, good. So generally, if you take the heart into two halves, left side and the right side, what is the role of the left side part? It has to pump the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. That is the role of the left side part of the heart. That means left atrium and the left ventricle will be used in the pumping the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. Yes or no? First, the blood will comes from the lungs to the left atrium, then it will go into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle only, it will go to the different parts of the body using the arteries. That is the left side half of the heart. What about the right side? What about the right side?
The right side.
The right side half of the heart will helps in the collecting the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body. Okay. The right side of the heart will collect the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body. First, from the capillaries, the deoxygenated blood will enter into the right atrium by using veins. From the right atrium to it will goes into the right ventricle. Okay. From right ventricle, where it will goes again, deoxygenated blood?
Ma'am, sir, can you repeat?
Generally, right side half of the heart will helps in the collecting deoxygenated blood.
Sir, can I tell the deoxygenated blood enter to right atrium, sir?
It will enter into the right atrium. Okay. Then from the right atrium, it will goes into the right.
Sir, can I tell first the deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium.
Yeah.
Then it is pumped to right ventricle.
Yeah.
And from here, the blood is pumped through pulmonary artery to the lungs for reoxygenation.
Yeah, very good.
Of the deoxygenated blood.
Yeah, very good.
This process will continue in lungs, and this blood gives up the carbon dioxide and absorbs the oxygen from the inhaled air. So here the oxygenated blood returns the left atrium through pulmonary vein and enters the left ventricle again. Whereas the first one, the deoxygenated blood enters the right ventricle. So here the oxygenated blood enters the left ventricle. From here the blood is pumped through aorta. So different parts of body, and the blood passes through the capillaries and many blood vessels with the oxygenated, and it is delivered with the nutrition to the cell, and carbon dioxide and other waste are picked by the blood and removed out from the body.
Good. So that is the role of the left side and the right side of the heart. Okay, next one is a heartbeat. What's the meaning of heartbeat?
Sir, it is a
wait. Sri Vallabha, what is a heartbeat? What's the meaning of heartbeat?
So the heart beats when the blood pumps.
The heart beats when
where the blood pumps through the heart.
So can I tell one thing? Sir, the periodic contraction and the reaction of heart muscles are also known as the heartbeat.
Okay.
Sir, I think we completed this also. Why are we doing again?
We didn't complete these things.
Sir, we completed, sir. We are in the exertion, sir. Actually, pulse and pulse rate is completed. Till pulse and pulse rate is completed, and we are in exertion. Even stethoscope is also completed, and you told that activity to keep the right index and middle finger to
That is for the pulse rate. I told
That's
this
the
one for
pulse rate, and this is also completed this heartbeat and all this
the
blood
stethoscope
circulation
topic is
in.
finished or not? I think I know.
Yeah, sir. Stethoscope also it is completed, sir.
No problem. We'll revise it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Okay.
like
So
model of
heartbeat means
stethoscope.
what? Rhythmic contraction
Sir, it
and
is
the
a
relaxation of heart muscles that produce a specific sound of lub dub is called as an heartbeat. Okay, that is a heartbeat. Generally, if you take the adults, the heartbeat is around 72 to 80 beats per minute. Okay, that is a normal person.
and when athlete is doing an exercise, it will cross 100.
Whenever if you're doing the physical exercise and all, it will cross even 100 also. Or during the illness also, it will cross the 100. Okay. So during the fast breathing of heart, it will cross the 100. So it helps in rapid respiration and produce more energy. The heartbeat is equal to the number of pulse in a minute. Both are same, the pulse rate and the heartbeat. So how you can measure the heartbeat? You can measure the heartbeat with the help of the instrument called as a stethoscope. It is used by the doctor to amplify the sound of the heart. So what is the stethoscope contains? It will contain mainly three parts. What is a chest piece that carries a sensitive diaphragm. Okay. The next one is a two earpieces. And third one, a tube joining both the parts. So these are the three main parts present in the stethoscope. You have seen the stethoscope near the doctor, right? If you visit the clinics and all. So when you are feeling ill, the first doctor will measure the heartbeat with the help of the stethoscope only. Yes or no? Hello? Can you hear me or
Yes,
not?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a picture of the stethoscope, how it looks like. Harini, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this paragraph? You can prepare a model of stethoscope.
Yes, sir. You can prepare a model of stethoscope by yourself. Take a small funnel of 6 to 7 centimeters in a diameter and fix a rubber tube tightly on the stem of the funnel. Stretch a rubber sheet on the mouth of the funnel. Fix it tightly with the help of rubber band. Put the open end of the tube on one of your ear. Now place the mouth of the funnel on your chest and hear the heart.
Simple, right? I put the funnel and fix the rubber tube tightly on the stem of the funnel. Just to avoid the preventing of air leaks, you have to apply one rubber on there. Next one, what you have to do? Put the open end of the tube to one end of the ear. So you can hear that sound also. So these are generally a model for the preparation of stethoscope. You can do this one in your home also. That is activity work. Okay. So with the help of this, you can count the number of heartbeats in a minute. Okay. So that is all about the stethoscope, how to measure the heartbeat and all. So it is very important. Now the mechanism of circulation. So almost you have the 8 points are there in the mechanism of circulation. Satvika.
Yes, sir. Mechanism of circulation. The contraction of two atria is immediately followed by the contraction of
What
two
is the meaning of
ventricles.
atria?
It leads to the.
Wait. What is the meaning of atria?
Sir, it's the upper chamber of the heart.
Yeah, singular form of atrium is the atria, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay.
The contraction of two atria is immediately followed by the contraction of two ventricles, which leads to the continuous flow of in the human body. The mechanism of circulation can be summarized as follows. The blood passes through the capillaries of the lungs and is mixed with the oxygen. This oxygenated blood is then carried from the lungs to the left auricle by 4 pulmonary veins. The left atrium contracts and the oxygenated blood is pushed into left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps the blood into the biggest blood vessel of the body called aorta. It distributes oxygen-rich blood to the different parts of the body. The oxygenated blood is distributed to all the organs of the body through capillaries. The deoxygenated blood from the various organs.
First 4 points we'll discuss first. The blood passes through the capillaries of the lungs and it mixes with the oxygen. This oxygenated blood is then carried from the lungs to the left auricle by four pulmonary veins. Do you understand this point? The blood will combine with the oxygen in the lungs. Okay, then the oxygenated blood will carries from the lungs to the left atrium. With the help of how many veins? With the help of how many pulmonary veins? With the help of the four pulmonary veins, the oxygenated blood will travel from lungs to the heart. That too, it will enter into the left atrium. Just now we discussed, right? Left side of the heart helps in the carrying oxygenated blood. Then from where it will goes to the left ventricle, from left atrium contracts and the oxygenated blood is pushed into the left ventricle. So complete contraction and relaxation only helps the movement of the blood in heart to the different parts of the body. Clear up to these 2 points? Clear these 2 points or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you hear me clearly or not?
Yes, sir. We can hear.
Okay. What is the third point then? The left ventricle pumps the blood into the
Sir,
biggest
left
blood
ventricle
vessels
pumps.
of the body called as an aorta. Okay.
Yes.
From the aorta, it will goes into the different parts of the body with the help of the arteries. Okay. But where is this aorta? Have you seen the heart diagram? Where is it aorta? You can see your aorta, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So from the left ventricle, it will goes into the aorta. From the aorta, it will goes into the different parts of the body with the help of arteries or veins. With the help of what?
Sir, can you repeat?
From the left ventricle, the blood will goes to the aorta. From the aorta, it will goes into the different parts of the body by using one blood vessels. What is that blood vessel's name?
Capillaries.
Capillaries are the end blood vessels, right? With the help of the arteries, they will go to the different parts of the body. So what is the blood vessel name? That is the arteries. Okay. Next one. The oxygenated blood is distributed to all the organs of the body through capillaries. Finish up to this. Yeah, next continue, Satvika.
Sir, can I continue?
Ritvik, wait. We'll give to another person. Wait. Mahavir.
Yes, sir.
You can read from this 5th point.
The oxygenated blood is distributed to all the organs of the body through capillaries. The deoxygenated blood from various organs of the body enters from the capillaries to veins and then to the right atrium. The right atrium contracts and pushes the deoxygenated blood into right ventricle through the open valve. Right ventricle pumps the impure blood into pulmonary arteries that carry it to the right and left lungs for purification. The carbon dioxide is released as a waste product from the lungs, and again the blood absorbs oxygen and becomes oxygenated. The valves present on both sides of the heart regulate the blood flow from one chamber to another. This cycle keeps on circulating continuously day and night. Even when we sleep, the English physician William Harvey discovered the circulation of blood. The current opinion in those days was that blood oscillates in the vessels of the body. For his views, Harvey was Killed and was called circulator. He lost most of his patience. However, before he died, Harvey's idea about circulation was generally accepted as a biological fact.
Good. So from the fifth point, what you understand, the deoxygenated blood from various organs of the body enter from capillaries to veins and then to the right atrium. It's very important which chamber of the heart you're getting the deoxygenated blood. Okay, from the capillaries to the heart, that is the right atrium. So from the right atrium, where it will goes, again the contraction will happen. So it will push the deoxygenated blood from the right atrium into the right ventricle. Okay, then from right ventricle, the impure blood pumps into the pulmonary artery that carries it to the right and left lungs for the purification. Okay, the CO2 is released as a waste product from the lungs, and again the blood absorbs the oxygen and become oxygenated. The valve present on both the side of the heart regulates the flow of blood from one chamber to the other chamber. So up to this, any doubts are there in the mechanism of circulation of blood? Up to this, any doubts are there in the mechanism of circulation of blood?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So then who discovered this mechanism of circulation of blood?
William Harvey.
William Harvey is the scientist name. Some important scientist name you have to remember. Who is Carl Linesner? Who is the Carl? Who discovered the blood groups? Who discovered the blood groups?
William Harvey.
William Harvey.
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
William Harvey discovered the circulation of blood, right? Who discovered the blood groups? Carl Linesner, right? I highlighted this mark also. Okay.
Circulator.
Yeah, Harini.
Sir, Carl Landistrin.
Yeah, good.
Carl.
So next one, circulation in sponges and the hydra. Ritvik Nimala.
Yes, sir.
Read the paragraph.
Yes, sir. Sponges and hydra are simple animals that do not possess in any curricular system. They live in water, and therefore the food and oxygen enter into their body along with water. The water also carries CO2 and other waste materials away from the body as it moves out of their bodies.
Clear this one? Like human beings, the sponge and the hydra don't have any circulatory system and all. Just they will live in the water. So along with the food and oxygen, therefore the food and oxygen enter into the body along with the water. And again, the same water will remove the carbon dioxide from the body and other waste material from the body. That is only the circulation system in the case of hydra. Okay. So just now we discussed about the circulatory system only. It's completely about how the heart is pumping the blood and how it is recollecting the deoxygenated blood and all. Now it is all about the excretory system. So what is the meaning of excretion? What is the meaning of excretion? The process of removal of waste material produced in the cells of the living organisms is called as an excretion. Okay. Whatever the waste material is produced during the respiration process or during the cell cycle, that is called as an excretion. So when our body uses food, water and air, it produces some byproducts or the unwanted substance. These are only called as an waste materials. Okay. So what are the different waste materials are there? It can be CO2 gas or urea or the other nitrogenous compounds. So we have to remove these waste materials from the different cells. Okay, so we can remove these waste materials with the different organs present in the body. Like CO2 gas we can remove from the lungs, and urea we can remove from the kidneys, and the sweat we can remove with the help of the sweat glands present under the skin, right? So we have to remove these waste materials continuously from our body. Otherwise, if you don't remove, now what will happen? All these waste materials will accumulate in the body. It will cause the serious health issues. Suppose if you are not removing the urea continuously from the body, what will happen? The person will die, right? If there is no proper functioning of the kidney, the urea will start accumulating in the body itself. So it will have the fatal effect on the body. That's what we will do the dialysis process if the kidney function is not proper. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll give this paragraph to Gohit.
Yes, sir.
Read that complete paragraph.
The process of removal of the waste materials produced in the cells of the living organism is called excretion. When our body uses food, water, and air, it produces some byproducts or unwanted substances. These are called waste materials. These waste materials are toxic or poisonous and cause harm to the body. These poisonous substances, if get mixed with blood, may become fatal and may cause the death of an organism. Therefore, the waste material must be removed from the body so that the person may stay healthy.
So the person may stay healthy. Good. Next paragraph.
Sir?
Next paragraph.
These waste materials produced after the various functions of the body cells include CO2, urea, sweat, etc. These waste materials are removed from the body. Different organs of the body like lungs, CO2, kidney, urea, and sweat glands sweat. These parts of organs of the body that are involved in the process of excretion are called excretory system.
Okay, good. So any doubts in this paragraph?
Yeah, sir. Sir, the process of waste material, sir, it is telling that the waste in our body will not be in our body only. It will be removed, which is called exertion. And when our body uses food, water, means when our body, like when we eat food, when we drink water, when we breathe air, it produces some unwanted substances like dust materials and small bacteria. So this waste material and metabolic waste and which is poisonous causes the harm to our body. So these poisonous substances get mixed to the get mixed in the waste material and removed out of the body so that we can be healthy. And this waste materials produced after the various functions, sir, means it includes the CO2, carbon dioxide in the form of urea, sweat, etc. These waste materials are removed by the different organs like kidney. Kidney means the urea, lungs, sweat glands, sweat muscles, sweat. Even sweat also. When we play, we will get sweat, and it will remove the metabolic waste in our cells. So that's why we should play. We should do physical activities more. So these parts are organs of the body that is involved in the process of exertion. So this is the parts of the exertion, and this is called exertion system, sir. That's it.
Yeah, good.
Sir, can I read, sir? I did not got chance.
No, I'll give you a chance. Don't worry. Okay. So remaining topics we'll discuss in the next class. We'll stop the topic here itself.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So any doubts in today's class?
No, sir.